Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you are in a good condition. In the planning stage, okay, this is the first stage, but you have multiple roles. You can see like learners. Uh, you are as a learners in design, in making a plan. Okay, they are learners taking class and attending professional development sessions to learn the latest best strategies to effective teaching. And then the second role, you are in the planning stage. You are collaborator. You need to collaborate with other teachers in order to gain new ideas in teaching. You need to collaborate to other teachers in combine the subjects to enhance the learner's experience. Okay, and not only as a collaborator, you are as an analyzer in the planning stage. You need to analyze test result and other data to help determine the course of their instruction. And then you are not only as an analyzer, you are also as a designer. You need to design the lesson plan to teach the standards and provide teaching activities. You need to design your lesson plan. Ya, lesson plan itu perlu didesain sehingga ketika les plan itu dilaksanakan dengan baik bisa menghasilkan sesuatu pekerjaan yang baik pula. It means that rencanakan kerjamu, kerjakan rencanamu, itulah yang perlu didesain, ya. Okay, next, instruction. Instead of just lecturing in the classroom, teachers are facilitators of learning, providing students with the information and tools they need to master subject. Ya, jadi selain role-role yang tadi itu, analyzer, designer, you are as a facilitator. Kamu juga sebagai fasilitator. Mengapa? Why you have to be a facilitator? For example, when you teach the listening skill, of course you need to provide the classroom with the audio, with the headset, with the tape recorder or computer. You need to prepare it all, yeah. And then you are as a tutor. Teachers like as a tutor. You need go around to small groups. You need ask their difficulties in the groups, small groups or individuals. You go around and then you ask them, and then you teach them like you are as a tutor, yeah. And next we talk about characteristic of learner-centered teaching, ya. Sekarang pembelajaran itu harus berpusat kepada learner or student center, not teacher center. Okay? Learner-centered teaching engage students in the heart. Ya, tentu itu akan membuat siswa hard melakukan sesuatu yang agak lebih sulit, ya. Messy work of learning, ya. Kalau in English there are 4 skills: reading, speaking, writing, and then listening. And for example, if you teach speaking, of course the class will be noise, yeah? And it is hard for the students. It is hard for the teacher also because the class is noise. So it is a learner center. It is not a student center. Okay. The class will be noise. The class it will be hard for you. And then learner-centered teaching includes explicit skill instruction. It means that in giving instruction to the students, you need to be explicitly, not implicitly. Jadi ya jelas-jelas perintahnya itu apa di kelas itu, secara eksplisit, ya. Jangan membuat perintah secara implisit. Artinya perintah, instruksi secara implisit meminta si siswa berpikir ulang. Apa sih maksud dan tujuan si guru. Tetapi ya langsung saja secara eksplisit seperti contoh, lakukan percakapan tentang lakukan percakapan yang terjadi di dapur antara kamu dan ibu. Nah, it is eksplisit, perintahnya eksplisit begitu. See, learner-centered teaching encourage students to reflect on what they are learning and how they are learning it. Okay, learning-centered teaching encourage students to reflect. Ya. Nah, jadi ada perlu reflection situ ya. Okay, learner-centered teaching motivates students by giving them some control over learning process. So, silahkan kita motivasi si para siswa untuk bisa saling mengkontrol dirinya masing-masing ketika proses pembelajaran. If you are speaking, no problem, you make a noise, but please give the level of noise, level of sound between 2 and 3 levels. Jadi jangan berbicara di atas suara level 4 atau 5 begitu, sehingga seolah-olah kelas itu seperti ribut dan menjadi kekacauan begitu kan. Oke. Learner-centered teaching encourage collaboration ya. Dalam pembelajaran itu siswa harus berkolaborasi dengan yang lainnya. Jangan seperti teacher center tidak. There is no collaboration, there is no group work in teacher center. See, so this is the picture of learner center. Okay, you can see that. Okay, defining the role by sampling a collection of metaphors. Jadi ini adalah roles guru, tapi dengan menggunakan metafor ya. You know metafor itu ya adalah majas metafora yang membuat sesuatu itu menjadi bentuk yang lain ya, metafor. You can learn about metaphor. So, teacher as a gardener, guru sebagai seorang pekebun. Seorang tukang kebun itu tentu as a gardener, he plant the seeds, and then everything will be done by the gardener in order to make the seeds become grow for the next time. See, ini adalah gardener yang baik. Tidak ada petani yang menanam tanaman kemudian dia abaikan, mau hidup mau tidak. It is a bad gardener. Jadi seorang guru yang baik itu seperti gardener, dia tentu memperhatikan semua siswa-siswanya. Seeds itu adalah siswa ya. Diperhatikannya semua siswa itu bagaimana supaya terjadi pendewasaan diri dari aspek kognitif, afektif dan psikomotorik daripada si siswa ya. And then as a tour guide, teachers have students see what is measuring in the world. They expose them to new delights and adventures, and then let them decide what they would like to pursue further. Jadi guru juga sebagai seorang tour guide ya. Dia bantu si siswa untuk melihat dunia dan memperlihatkan beberapa hal as adventures, and then let them to decide what they would like to pursue further. Okay, and then teacher also as a coach, guru juga sebagai seorang pelatih ya. Coaches can stream at athletes and push them to exhaustion. Okay, jadi coaches itu juga tentu melatih para atlet, memaksa ya, push them ya. They can express disappointment when teams fail ya. Tentu ada rasa kecewa ketika tim gagal ya. Doesn't that sound like teaching too? So you can imagine that we trip what students collaborate and succeed and push them when they are the fears of failing. What makes it hard to move over? Yeah. Although teachers understand the need to move over from leading the educational process into facilitating it, there are many reasons. Why so many teachers still like to be the center of the action. Jadi masih banyak yang terjadi di sekolah-sekolah di lapangan itu bukan not learner center but teacher center. Ya, kenapa itu bisa terjadi? Apakah kamu akan menjadi seorang guru yang teacher center atau learner center? Ya? Yang baik itu adalah learner center bukan teacher center. See? So teachers like having the main role. Jadi guru sepertinya memiliki main role. Teachers see the role standing alongside learners as less important. Jadi posisi learners itu less important. Jadi nggak bisa begitu ya. Learners itu ya tidak bisa kita anggap less important than standing in front of them. Ya. Mereka adalah masa depan di 20 atau 25 tahun ke depan. So the students is not less important. Okay? But the teacher center see that the learners as less important. Jadi si guru melihat bahwa siswa itu masih tidak begitu penting. Ya. Ini adalah hal-hal yang masih sulit diatasi oleh para guru yang kebanyakan. Students may resist teachers' attempt to move into facilitate role. Many teachers think that their students cannot handle this responsibility. Banyak guru yang menganggap bahwasannya siswa itu tidak bisa menghandle, tidak bisa mempertanggungjawabkan. Jadi selalu diperlakukan anak-anak belum bisa dianggap dewasa. It is wrong. Many teachers don't know how to do a new role. Many teachers don't know how to do the new role. Jadi banyak masalah yang terjadi pada teacher center ini. Mereka tidak tahu menempatkan role atau peran mereka di dalam proses belajar pembelajaran. Ya? The role is difficult to do. Jadi peran itu sangat sulit dilakukan. The new role requires a complex interactions of skills and patience. The new role is time consuming. Ya? New role is time consuming. Ya, tentu sebagai coach, sebagai gardener, sebagai analyzer, ya time consuming itu ya. It require patience, ya butuh kesabaran. Apalagi dalam situasi pandemik sekarang, pembelajaran lewat Zoom, Google Classroom, sangat dibutuhkan kesabaran. Ya. Persistence and quality of being determined to take something of marginal quality and work with the students to make it better. The teacher must be able to tolerate messiness that happen in classroom. Jadi si guru itu harus toleransi lah jika mengajar speaking. Kalau kelas itu ribut, ya kita harus toleransi, kita ngajar speaking gitu. Oke? Jadi the tolerance is a really important thing to do in the process of learning and teaching process. See? And then it is difficult for the teachers to predict if the students will perform poorly or they will be able to do the task. So I think that's all for this meeting. We'll continue to the next topic, or we'll continue this topic in the next meeting. I hope you can imagine the role of the teacher in planning stage, instruction stage. See? Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for watching, and I hope you keep health, and see you